First came strategic routes up to the border with India, 2,500 kilometers of new roads. It was rough going to bring the modern world to this difficult environment. The walls of the Tibetan fortress were opened, ending the protection offered by the highest mountains in the world. The east was red, and the sun was rising. Mao brought electricity. Books were taken from the monasteries and burned, erasing the past. It was a direct road between Beijing and Lhasa. In 1956, the Dalai Lama went to India, invited by Nehru to celebrate the birthday of Buddha. The Buddha experienced his awakening under this tree. It was a return to the roots of Buddhism. The Panchen Lama also made the voyage. It was a return to Buddhist roots, but also a diplomatic voyage for the Dalai Lama, who asked for help against the Chinese invasion, and was refused. While they were visiting the main Buddhist sites in India, far away in Tibet, the revolt had already begun in the provinces where Chinese oppression was heaviest. The voyage was about to end for the Dalai Lama and the Panchen Lama. How could they know their paths were about to separate forever?
Kawa, 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 ma, yama, yama, hama, hama, jama, jama, hama, hama, ha, ha. Kawa, kawa, pa, ha, kawa, 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 ma, ma, jama, jama.
This was the Chinese method. It began in school and continued on in the camps. The huge parcels of land belonging to the monasteries were grouped together and redistributed. Growing techniques were changed, and then the temples and monasteries were destroyed. Religious practices were made illegal. Arrests and purges became increasingly frequent. Traditional agriculture was ruined, and the first famines began. Over 3 years, rioting against oppression had increased in the central provinces. The resistance was becoming organized. The large remaining monasteries were the last oases against colonization. The Dalai Lama was 22 years old. He took his last exams before being awarded his full religious attribution. He developed the same gesture with his hands to emphasize questions and answers.